What's up, you YouTubers? This is Harpy Hunter 89 coming at you from the Duelist Den. Today I will be displaying my Igknight Deck profile. With that being said, all of the Igknight Pendulum monsters are the exact same. They are normal monsters where they are on the field. And in the Pendulum Zone, their Pendulum effects are the exact same. That's if you have an Igknight card in your other Pendulum Zone, you can destroy both cards in the Pendulum Zones, and if you do, add one Fire Warrior type monster from your deck or graveyard to the hand. So I'm not going to be going into a lot of lengthy detail about their effects since they have none really. I'm just going to be going over the cards. First I run 3 Igknight Crusader and 3 Igknight Squires. These are your level 3s in the deck. Crusader is your 2 scale. Squire is your 7 scale. Next I run 3 Igknight Paladins and 3 Igknight Templars. Paladins your 2 scale, Templars your 7 scale. Next, I run 3 Igknight Cavaliers and 3 Igknight McGraws. These are your level 5 engines, with Cavalier being your 2 scale and McGraw being your 7 scale. Next, I run 3 Igknight Gallant and 3 Igknight Veterans. These are your level 6s. Gallant's your 2 scale, Veterans your 7 scale. Next, I run 1 Rescue Hamster. This card has actually saved my bacon more than a few times. What this does is, if you activate in your Pendulum Zone, you can banish it, then add 2 Pendulum monsters from your extra deck to your hand as long as they share the same name. Next I run 3 Royal Magical Libraries. I think the Royal Magical Libraries is kind of a must-have in any Igknight deck, as it helps you cycle through your deck pretty damn fast. What it does is every time a spell card is activated, you put a spell counter on it. Then max 3 spell counters. Then you remove 3 spell counters to draw a card. And being is your Igknights can search themselves out. Yeah, you put this on the field, activate Ignite each zone, that's 2 counters. Ditch both, search an Ignite, activating your zone, that's 3rd counter, draw a card. You can cycle through your deck pretty fast, especially if you get multiple libraries on the field. Next, I run 1 Day of Peace and 1 Upstart Goblin for my draw spells. It's pretty simple. 1 day, both players draw a card, neither player makes damage. Upstart, draw a card, opponent gains 1,000 life. Next, I run 3 Pot of Riches. Again, this is another draw spell. What this does is you shuffle 3 Pendulum monsters into the deck from your graveyard and or face up from your extra deck, then draw 2 cards. You can only activate 1 Pot of Riches per turn. And during the turn you activate this card, you can only special summon via Pendulum Summon. For my searchers, I run 1 Rhoda, which lets you add a level 4 lower warrior type monster from your deck to your hand. 1 Summoner's Art, which lets you add a level 5 or higher normal monster from your deck to your hand. And 1 Terraforming, which lets you add a field spell from your deck to your hand. And I also add play 1 Reasoning. What Reasoning does is your opponent declares a level, then you exfiltrate cards from the top of your deck until you reach a monster card. If that monster card is the same level as the one your opponent declared, you send them all to the graveyard. If it's not the same level, then you get to special summon it. So that works real great in Igknights because they have levels 3, 4, 5, and 6 in the deck. So there's always going to be a chance that you'll get your special summon off of it. Then I run 3 Ignition Phoenix. What this does is all Ignites on the field gain 300 attack and defense, and then once per turn you can target an Ignite card you control, destroy it, and if you do, add an Ignite from your deck to your hand. For the extra deck, I run 1 number F0 Utopic Future. Pretty simple. Everybody knows what this does. Can't be destroyed by. It will be destroyed by a card effect attached to material, and if it battles an opponent's monster, you take control of that monster to the end of the battle phase. I run 1 Wind Up Zen Mains. With F0 also requires 2 Xyz monsters to Xyz summon it, and they have to be the same level, and they can't be numbers. With Wind Up Zen Mains, it requires 2 level 3s, if it will be destroyed, you detach material during the end phase. You can destroy 1 monster on the field if you use this effect, or 1 card on the field if you use this effect. Shark Caesar, another rank 3. It requires 3 or more with a max of 5 level 3 monsters. And once per turn, you can detach an exused material from this card, place 1 shark counter on it. And then if it attacks or is attacked, it gains 1,000 attack for each shark counter on it until the end of the damage step. For the final rank 3, I'm on number 47 Nightmare Shark. This requires 2 level 3s. When it's special summoned, you can attach a level 3 water monster from your hand onto this card as a material. I'm running Igknight, so that effect really doesn't work. But you can also detach 1 material from this card, then target a water monster you control, and it can attack your opponent directly, but other monsters cannot attack. It works really well in this deck, considering I can get rank 3 or rank 3s on the field pretty easily, and then this just goes for game. For rank 4s, I run 1 Heroic Champion Excalibur. Requires 2 level 4 warriors, and once per turn, you can detach 2 materials to double this card's original attack. So this can get up to a 4K beer, just in case your opponent has that 1 monster that you can't exactly get over with anything else. I run 1 number 101 Silent Honor Arc. Everybody knows what that does. I run 1 Karen Gorgon and Luminescent Knight. Requires 2 level 4s. And then during either player's turn, when another card or effect is activated that targets exactly 1 card on the field and no other cards, you can detach a material from this card, then target another card on the field that will be an appropriate target, and that card or effect targets the card you selected. For the final rank 4, I run number 32 Shark Drake. It requires 3 level 4s. What this does is if it destroys your opponent's monster by battle, you can special summon it back to the field by detaching a material. It brings it back to the field in attack position, and the monster that you summon back to your opponent's side of the field loses 1,000 attack, and then this can attack again. I actually have a pretty neat combo with this. I'll go over it here in a minute. Next, for the rank 5s, I run 2 Shark Fortress. This card does, it requires 2 level 5s to summon. Your opponent cannot target monsters for attacks except for this one, and that's why I run 2, because if you get 2 on the field, it locks your opponent out from attacking. Also, you can detach 1 material from this card, then target 1 monster you control, and it can make a second attack during each battle phase this turn. For my final rank 5, I run number 61 Volcasaurus. Requires 2 level 5s, and you can detach material from this to destroy a monster your opponent controls and deal damage to your opponent equal to that monster's attack. For rank 6s, I run 1 Swordbreaker. This is a pretty unknown card, I found out. What this does is you detach a material from it and declare a monster type. Dragon, dinosaur, yada yada yada. And then if this card battles a monster of that type, that monster is instantly destroyed before going to damage calculation, into the damage step. This works real great, especially if you're going up against something like Pendulum Magicians. You declare Spellcasters, Cosmos, you declare Machines and Psychics. But this card is actually pretty decent, it's really good. Next I run 1 Photon Strike Bouncer. It's a pretty well-known card. Once per turn during either player's turn, when a monster effect is activated, detach material, negate the effect, and your opponent takes 1,000 damage. Next I run Chaos number 73 Abyss Super Splash. It requires 3 level 6s, which, in Igknights ain't that hard to pull off. If a monster you control battles an opponent's monster during damage calculation in either player's turn, you can detach a material from this card, and once per battle, your monster gains attack equal to the attack of the opponent's monster is battling during the damage step. It has another effect, but that effect can only be used if it has number 73, which I don't have in here. But it needs number 73 attached to it, so I'm not really worried about that effect. This is pretty much honest on legs for any monster, as long as you have it on the field. And for the final rank 6, I run number 39 Utopia Beyond. It requires 2 level 6s, and when it's Xyz summoned, the attack of all monsters on your opponent's side of the field gets dropped to 0. It does have another effect, but it requires another Utopia monster in your graveyard, which this is the only Utopia monster I run, so I'm not going to go over that effect. But like I said, I have a combo. It's number 39 and 32. You drop 39, drop all your opponent's monsters attack to 0, drop 32 on the field. 32 attacks one of their monsters with 0 attack points, destroys it. detach, bring it back, attacks a second monster with 0 attack, and destroys it. Then 39 goes in for the final killing blow. It's a pretty nice combo. I love it when I get it off. Now, I know at this point some of you are saying, well, why aren't you running the Igknight Exodia build? Well, it's simple. I am and I'm not. There are actually a couple different ways to run Ignites. You can do it the beater build or the combo build. Well, when I start a duel, I use the beater build. Get high defense and high attack on the field, just so I know what my opponent's running. Then during game 2, if I need to, I go into the Exodia build. So let's start with the side deck. First of all, I run all 5 pieces of Exodia in my side deck. Everybody knows what Exodia does. Next, I run 2 Dark Holes and 1 Raigeki. Obviously, we know what those are for. Then I run 3 Spell Shattering Arrows. It kind of sucked when Wavering Eyes got hit on the ban list. But if there's a will, there's a way, and I found a way with Spell Shattering Arrow. So if somebody's getting too crazy with their pendulums, I can always side inside Spell Shattering Arrow to deal with it. Next up, I run 3 Imperial Iron Walls. This prevents players from banishing cards. And this you kind of need. If somebody's running something like Dark Law, then I'll usually side this in, because pendulum monsters, if they're destroyed on the field, even though they would normally go to the extra deck, if Dark Law's on the field, they still get banished. And then I run 1 Vanity's Emptiness. Obviously, I don't like my opponent doing shenanigans, so Vanity's Emptiness is a really good side card to go into. Now, I usually don't go into my traps unless I absolutely have to, mainly because I'd have to take spells out of my main deck form, and that would slow the deck down a little bit. But that is my Igknight deck profile. In the comment section down below, let me know what you think of it. Also, make sure you subscribe to my channel and like the video. Until next time, this is Harpy Hunter 89 signing off.